morning, class. For today's short lecture on geography, we'll be learning about soil. In our last class, we learned about railways. From the perspective of CDS, NDA, AFCAT, geography plays a crucial part. If you check your PYQs, you will find geography always has minimum of 5 questions. Questions are often repeated. Questions are often static. Railways, soil, drainage, islands. These are important parts from Indian geography. I'll be completing this so that you get a better understanding of what kind of questions one can expect and how to tackle these questions. For example, in our last class, we learned about the railway system. We learned what kind of question get asked, such as they will ask, where is the headquarter of Northern Railway? Where is the headquarter of South Central Railway? Similarly, they can also ask which part of railway is Delhi, which part of railway is Kolkata. They might also ask you to arrange it from north to south, such as they will give Delhi, Allahabad, Secunderabad, Chennai. So one has to know. They might also change it to from east to west or from west to east. So those kinds of questions one can expect from railway system in India. For today's class, I will be teaching about soil. What soil is also very important for perspective of our CTS and NDA exam. Questions are often repeated from soil. Question which one can expect from soil are what kind of soil, what are types of soil, what is histosol, what is oxysol, what are the layers of soil, how soil is formed. So these are some of the very static and very basic questions which one can expect. In our short class, we'll be now tackling the chapter of soil. So here we have introduction to soil science, definition and composition. So basically we have what is soil. So it is the thin top layer of the earth's crust. Then we have what is pedology. It is a scientific study of soil. So they might ask what is pedology. So it is a scientific study of soil. With pedogenesis, it is the soil formation. Pedology, study of soil. Pedogenesis, it is the process of soil formation. Right? Now we come on to factors influencing soil formation. So what kind of factors lead to the formation of soil? So we have parent material. So what kind of soil we will get? It depends on the parent material. We have topography, we have climate, natural vegetation, and time. For example, in a very hot area, we will get dehydrated soil or yellow soil. Whereas in the fertile plains, such as Ganga plains, in the northeast, we get alluvial soil because of heavy rainfall, because of also deposition by the rivers. So now we have the key processes of pedogenesis. As I said before, pedogenesis is the process of soil formation. So we have weathering, it's the chemical or mechanical breakdown of rocks. We have leaching, it occurs due to heavy rainfall, and we have calcification. It occurs in low rainfall regions. So now we come on to soil classification. So we have sandy soil, clay soil, loamy soil. So in sandy soil, there are big particles, poor water retention. In clay soil, high proportion of fine particles. And in loamy soil, it is a balance between large and fine particles with humus, right? So in sandy soil, large particle, clay soil, fine particles, loamy soil, mix of large and fine particles. Now this is something very, very important from the perspective of NDA, CDS, FCAT exams. So different soil profiles and soil horizons. So we have O horizon or organic matter. We have A horizon, it is a topsoil, again rich in humus. E horizon, it is a zone of leaching. So we have O organic, A humus, E it is a zone of leaching. We have B horizon, it is subsoil accumulation. C horizon, weathered parent material, and R horizon, bedrock. R is your bedrock, right? B is your subsoil, and C is your weathered parent materials, right? So we have the soil profiles and horizon. O is your organic matter, A is your topsoil, E is your zone of leaching, B is your subsoil, C is your weathered parent material, and R is your bedrock. Now this is again very important. This is the order O, A, E, B, C, R. Right? O, A, E, B, C, R. R is your bedrock, B is your subsoil, A is your topsoil. So this one has to remember. So now we come on to the types of soil. So firstly, we have alluvial soil. It is formed due to rivers. It's the largest soil group. It supports 40% of India's population. It is rich in potash, poor in phosphorus and humus. This is very important. Alluvial is rich in potash and lime and poor in phosphorus and humus. So from the perspective of your exam, a question which gets repeated is what kind of soil is rich in what kind of soil is poor in what kind. So if we take the example of alluvial soil, here we can see properly that alluvial soil is rich in potash and lime and it is poor in phosphorus and humus, right? In the extent we can see it is the largest soil group. It supports 40% of India's population. Of course, the texture is clay, it's porous, it's fertile, and its formation, it is depositional soil transported by rivers. This part we can see as alluvial soil, this part of India. The Ganga flows here, the Yamuna flows here, it is the Hooghly flows here. So this part is your alluvial soil belt of India or the most fertile belt of India. Due to the constant deposition by river, this stays fertile throughout the year. So now we will learn about the impact of climate and vegetation on the formation of soil, or how climate affects soil formation and how vegetation affects soil formation. To understand it, we have climate, temperature and rainfall. It controls the rate of weathering, determines humus content and soil color, right? So if it's heavy rainfall, there will be more weathering. If it's a very stable, pleasant weather, there will be less weathering. With more weathering, more soil formation. Then it also determines the humus content and soil color. As I said before, if it's extreme hot, if there's extreme heat, it will be in dehydrated form, or there will be less water in the soil, due to which it will be yellow in color. So similarly, if there is high nutrient content, high humus content in the soil, it will be black in color. There will be high fertility in the soil. Then we have vegetation. So their decayed leaf material adds humus. We have forested area. High humus generally is fertile, arid and no cover. So low humus is prone to erosion, right? So these are some of the factors of how climate and vegetation affects the formation of soil. So with this, we have come to the end of our short lecture on soil. We can recall what was the important part from here. That was the layers of soil. We have O horizon, A horizon, E horizon, B horizon, R horizon. So R is your bedrock, B is your subsoil, A is your topsoil, O is your humus content where leaf is found, right? With this, I will be ending today's class. Thank you, class.